Welcome, wrestling fans, to this week's edition of SICW Championship Wrestling. I'm promoter Herb Simmons, and SICW has been on the road. Yes, we've been everywhere. We were at the NASCAR races. We're going to be going back there on Saturday, September the 27th, for the NHRA. And as we continue those road trips, October the 4th, we're back in the Belle Claire Fairgrounds. That's right, back there after some of the construction has been done. We will be there with a great lineup we'll be talking about here this evening. But then a week later, October the 11th, we'll be in Fairmont City, Illinois for the police and fire department's annual fundraiser at the Holy Family Gymnasium. A week later, we make our return to Breeze, Illinois at the Breeze High School. And then a week later, we're going to Troy, Illinois to the Tri-City Park at the skating rink. Troy, Illinois, get ready. Cowboy Bob Orton Jr. is on his way to Troy, Illinois. November the 1st, back in Belleville, Illinois. That's right, Belleville. We are coming back once again, and then end out the year, December the 6th, back at a place that we always love to go to. That's the Swansea Firehouse in Swansea, Illinois. That's just some of the road trips we got coming up in the future. But right now, we want to take you back to matches that took place at Sandoval High School just a short time ago. Well, wrestling fans, we're joining this match in progress. As you can see, the introductions have been done, and this was a wild one. We're talking about the big man himself, the big Texan, squaring off against Strictly Business. That's right, Strictly Business, Brandon Beretta. And the unique thing about this match was it's kind of the teacher and the student. The big Texan had a lot to do with the beginning of the career of Brandon Beretta, and that's kind of what they're doing right now. I was sitting at ringside and was hearing them jaw-jacking back and forth, and now you see it starts to break down. Brandon Beretta and now the Texan trying to figure out who can move each other. Of course, Brandon Beretta giving up a size difference to the big Texan, and you see the Texan waving that big right hand that he delivers that lariat with. And once again, Brandon comes off and tries a shoulder tackle, but he's not going to move the mountain of a man, the big Texan. And fans, this match took place at the Sandoval High School, where we once again came and helped them with their annual fundraiser. Brandon once again comes off and gets met with a big shoulder tackle and then bounces back off, and now the Texan backs him into that corner. This was a match that everybody was talking about. Oh, but right there, Texan charges in. Brandon catches him with that knee, now climbs up to that middle rope as the Texan stumbles around, and it's Brandon comes off, but the big man catches him in midair and tosses him back over his head, and that knocked the wind out of Brandon. He's got to be thinking right now, did I bite off more than I can chew here? Brandon Beretta making a name for himself all over in OVW, in the NWA, and any of the other promotions that he's working for. But tonight, he met his match right here in Sandoval, Illinois, as he puts on the headlock on the big Texan. But there, he just picks him up and tosses him off like a sack of flour. And right there, Beretta laying through that middle rope and told me, he said, man, what's going on? Well, you wanted it, and you got it. Referee Nick Redden are going to have his hands full here in this match, I can tell you. Texan backs him into that corner. He winds up a big punch to the midsection. Fans, you are going to see here during the course of this match and in the end why on Saturday night, October the 4th, when we return to the Belle Claire Fairgrounds, why I have signed just this past week a match between Strictly Business Brandon Beretta and the SICW Classic Champion Bobby D, and the title will be on the line. But right now it's Brandon Beretta. He tries to whip Texan out of that ring, but out of that corner, but no, he holds on a second time. And Brandon's saying, come on now, what's going on here? A big right hand delivered, and that's where he busted the lip of the Texan with that big right hand, and now you have just awakened a sleeping giant. Texan now pushes Brandon back over into that corner and just tosses him out of there, and that whole ring shook. And now, he's setting him up, and now Brandon comes to his senses and sees it, and he says, no, I'm a little bit smarter than that. I have felt that lariat before, and I know other wrestlers that have been the victim of that lariat, and he scooted right out underneath that bottom rope. And now he's just taking a little walk around, but now the Texan says, wait a minute, you want to take it outside on the floor, on the gymnasium floor here at Sandoval High School? Guess what? I'm the man to do it with. As you see him coming around the left side of the ring there, Texan catches up with him, and Brandon thinks it's the referee telling him to get back in the ring. Right now down in front of us, but Brandon saying, come on, I'll get back in there when I want to get back in there, not knowing the referee's job is to stay in the ring. And now he turns around and he's met face on with the big Texan. Now slams his head into the announcer's table. Miss Destiny got out of the way real quick, and so did I. Both of them right in front of us there. And now he backs Brandon. Pushes him around the steps. Now right in front of the camera. And now what's Texan gonna do? Brandon trying to fight his way back. There, a double thrust to the throat. And now, that big chop delivered on the Texan. But it didn't even faze him. Now, Texan with a big punch to the midsection. Rams his head into the steps. And there's that big ham hock that he delivers. And that echoed through the entire gymnasium. Texan breaks the count out. Breaks it up by getting half in and half out. But once again, introduces the head to the ring apron of Brandon Beretta. Now he tosses him back inside. So fans, don't forget, Saturday night, October the 4th, we return to the historic Belle Claire Fairgrounds. We've been out of there for several months as the construction has been taking place, and they still have some going on, but they have made room for SICW to return. There you see Brandon comes off with a big knee and finds its mark on the big Texan. Also signed for a match on Saturday, October the 4th, between the ladies. That's right, Lilith Khan, the Spawn Khan, will be locked inside of a steel cage as she takes on Miss Hyde. That's right, they are going to go at it one more time, and there must be a winner. They will be locked inside of that cage, and there will be a winner. These two have fought all over. They were at the Worldwide Technology Raceway. They was in Collinsville, Illinois. It started off at the Fan Fest in May of this last year. And now it's going to end up right there at the Belle Claire Fairgrounds inside of a steel cage match on Saturday night, October the 4th. And now you see Brandon Beretta back on the attack. A big upper forearm delivered on the Texan. Big judo chop delivered. These men are fighting inside, outside, all over the gymnasium. Brandon now climbing up the rope, back up the steps, getting inside. Texan trying to get to his feet. Strictly business. Up on that second rope, comes off with that double axe handle. And a big right hand. And now starts to put the boots to the big Texan as he's down on his knees. And fans, don't forget, you heard me talk at the beginning, SICW road trip. We'll be going back to the Worldwide Technology Raceway next weekend, September the 27th, for the NHRA races. We're going to be going to Fairmont City, Illinois, Breeze, Illinois, Troy, Illinois, Swansea, Illinois. Check out our website, www.sicw.org, and all of our new platforms. We're on YouTube. You wanted us on Instagram. You'll see that's where we all are. No reason why you're not following the best in professional wrestling when you see those four letters, SICW, Southern Illinois Championship Wrestling. You can see the crowd we brought into Sandoval, Illinois. And this is one of the matches why the big Texan and strictly business Brandon Beretta. Right there. Referee Nick Rednar keeping a close eye on this one because he knows what Brandon Beretta is capable of. He is not making a name for himself in this business by always abiding by the rules. But Texan picks him up and just manhandles him, pushes him back into that far corner, and delivers some more of those big right hands. And now he whips him out of the corner over to the other one. But Brandon comes out and catches him with a clothesline. But Texan's holding his own. Beretta runs in and clobbers him to the back of the neck. And now what starts to whip him, but it's a reversal. A reverse elbow. But look at how quick Brandon gets back up. I'm not sure if he even knows where he's at. He is staggering around, but you got to give this young man credit. He is a no-give-up, no-quit individual. Oh, look at this side saddle by the big Texan. 1, 2, and I thought that was it. But strictly business, Brandon Beretta reached down inside and managed to get that shoulder up just in the nick of time. There was nothing but pure fight in this young man. And now at this point in time, the big Texan's got to be saying, did I teach him everything? As I said early on, this was the teacher and the student, basically, at the Ace Wrestling Academy, where the big Texan and people like Sean Vincent and with coaches there teaching these youngsters, people like Brandon Beretta, Joey Vanetti, people like that. And now they are out taking what they learned and traveling the countryside, and that's what brought Brandon Beretta here tonight in this match against the big man, the big Texan. Once again, Texan backs him into the corner, measures him up. Ooh, and what a big open palm slap that was, a chop to the chest. And now he runs in and delivers that cross body. And that takes Brandon down to the canvas. Brandon in the corner, and Texan moves in once again. And he whips him over near the corner, but nobody at home. And from behind, he wraps him up. 1, 2, 3. And just that quick, Brandon Beretta gets a victory over the big Texan. Fans, don't go away. We're going to take a commercial break. And after this commercial, we're going to take a look back at some of the action from Collinsville, Illinois, when Lilith Khan battled Miss Hyde in a leather strap match.
Wrestling fans, join us Saturday, October 4th, when SICW returns to the Belle Claire Fairgrounds. The main event has already been announced, a ladies' cage match where Miss Hyde takes on Lilith Khan within that steel cage. We'll see who will come out ahead in this one. Also joining us is WWE legend Thunderbolt Patterson. Join us Saturday, October 4th, when SICW returns to the Belle Claire Fairgrounds. Wrestling fans, join SICW as we make our return to the Holy Rosie Gymnasium in Fairmont City in a fundraiser for the Fairmont City Police and Fire Departments. SICW will bring the red-hot action that night. Join us at the Holy Rosie Gymnasium Saturday, October 11th at 7 p.m.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we mentioned taking a look at a brutal match. Recently in Collinsville, Illinois, we saw the 6'5" Spawn of Khan take on the lady from Skull Canyon, Arizona, Ms. Hyde. Not just in a regular match. We tried that 3 times in the past, and it didn't work. They brawled outside of the ring. They got double disqualified. So there was no closure. This time, we attached straps to the wrist. It was a ladies' strap match in Collinsville, Illinois. And who could have predicted the ending? Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a trip back to Collinsville, Illinois, and see what happened when Ms. Hyde met Lilith Khan in a strap match.
Well, wrestling fans, here we are, stepping back to Saturday, August 2nd at the Madison County Firemen's Hall, and the strap match is underway between Lilith Khan and Miss Hyde. These two wrestlers have battled all over the building. They've battled in several matches, and it brings us to tonight's match, where they are now strapped together with that leather strap to see who will be the ultimate winner. Here you see Lilith Khan with a monstrous headbutt as she towers over Miss Hyde, picks her up, and slams her to the mat.
5 minutes down, 5 minutes.
These two wrestlers have battled in multiple matches, usually ending with disqualifications, double countouts. They've been unable to come to a winner takes all. Oh, and what a great kick to the midsection from Miss Hyde, knocking Lilith Khan to the outside of the ring. Miss Hyde climbs out as well. However, that strap has got them both tied to either side of the ring. Lilith Khan is pulled in, and Miss Hyde climbs back into the ring, making another trip, tying Lilith Khan to the post and using that strap against her. Oh, another vicious slap. Miss Hyde kind of untangling the weave here now as she's got herself all tied up, and the wrestlers are stuck, wrapped around that post. Oh, and Lilith Khan takes advantage, and Miss Hyde returns the favor and brings Lilith Khan right into that ring post. Miss Hyde again climbs through the ring to try and untangle them, and now they have separated themselves from the ring post, and Miss Hyde dragging Lilith Khan across the floor. Oh, a steel chair has come out now. Oh, and a devastating blow to the back of Lilith Khan by Miss Hyde. After tonight's match, one of them will be the winner. Lilith Khan's head is now rammed into the ring post here at the Madison County Firemen's Hall. Miss Hyde waiting, taking her time, and a tug of war has begun with that leather strap. The ladies inching closer and closer together. Oh, and Lilith Khan with a giant punch to the face. And she slams Miss Hyde into the ring post, knocking her to the ground. Lilith Khan throws Miss Hyde back in the ring, and the action is now going to return inside the squared circle. She covers her for the pin, the 1-2. Referee says no, it's a 2 count. Lilith Khan to her feet, taking a little time to catch her breath over Miss Hyde. And she throws him into the referee, and the referee is down. The referee is now down in the corner. I don't know if Lilith meant to do that or not. Oh, but Miss Hyde gets her down. She covers her, but the referee is down. At this time, no counting. Miss Hyde's counting herself. 1, 2, 3, but it doesn't count. The referee is down. There is no official to count this pinfall. She walks over. She's trying to awaken him. Referee. She cannot get him to wake up. She's trying, but the referee... No, wait a second. Who's this coming to ringside? Travis Cook. Travis Cook just handed something to Lilith Khan. What is it? It's on her fist. And she knocks Miss Hyde to the mat. And here's the referee. He's come to 1, 2, 3, and the referee calls for the bell.
Ladies and gentlemen, 8 minutes, 31 seconds. Your winner via pinfall is Lilith Khan.
Hey, wrestling fans, you just saw why Lilith Khan and Miss Hyde will be in action on Saturday night, October the 4th, in that steel cage match. We are going to lock them inside. And yes, there will be a winner. There must be a winner. And that's why right now we're going to take a look at another match from Sandoval, Illinois, as the champion, Bobby D, you see him right there in the right of your screen, defending that title on Saturday night, October the 4th, against Strictly Business Brandon Beretta. We saw Brandon earlier in a rough-fought match against the Big Texan, and now you're going to see Bobby D right here against the Masked Man, the Medic. Not a lot known about the Medic. He showed up in the locker room. That's where you like to try to find out who some of these guys that adorn that mask are, where they come from. But this guy, very mysterious when he showed up. He had the paperwork showing that he was supposed to be here in action tonight, so we don't know a lot about him. But right now, Bobby D and the Medic coming to you from Sandoval, Illinois, and you'll see just why this past week I determined that it was time that Bobby D defended that title against Strictly Business Brandon Beretta right there back at Belclair Fairgrounds when we returned after several months of absence as the construction has been taking place. The historic Belclair Fairgrounds, a lot of history, a lot of great wrestlers have came through that building like Bruiser Brody, Luthez, Dick Murdoch, Crusher Blackwell, Greg the Hammer Valentine, and that list goes on and on. I've been running there since back in the late 70s, and right now we're going to be going back there on Saturday night, October the 4th, when the title, the SICW Classic title, will be on the line when Bobby D squares off against Strictly Business Brandon Beretta. But right now, tonight, Bobby D had to get by the masked man, the Medic, and there you see the Medic slowing down Bobby D, takes him down to the canvas and just starts putting those big fists. Referee telling him, break it up. Referee Bill Henson, we can't get enough attaboys to Bill Henson. Each year he brings us to Sandoval High School for a fundraiser where he is a counselor during his day job when he's not out refereeing. Another great crowd. They raise money for their athletic departments. And right there, the Medic taking it to the champion, Bobby D. Big right forearm delivered. And Bobby D, you're not going to match blow for blow. And now he starts those chops. Nobody delivers those chops like the champion, Bobby D. Oh, a reverse elbow that lands the champ on the canvas, and the Medic goes in for a quick cover, count of 1, 2, but Bobby D gets that shoulder up. Fans, don't forget the SICW on the road. You've heard us talk October 4th. But before then, September 27th, back at the Worldwide Technology Raceway, the NHRA races take place. We're excited. We're honored to be a part again this year of those big races. We were just out there a few weeks ago for the big NASCAR Illinois 300. What a great time that was. 70 to 80,000 fans visited there that weekend, and we were a part of it. And right now, we'll be back there on September the 27th. But then we hear us talk about October 4th, that big steel cage match between the ladies. You don't see a lot of that anymore. But right now you will on October the 4th when Lilith goes against Miss Hyde, and there must be a winner. And then the title, the SICW Classic title, being defended by this man right here, Bobby D, who is really getting worked over by the Medic right here. 2 count, and Bobby D kicks out once again, but that's what makes him such a champion. He never gives up. So the fight between him and Brandon Beretta will be one you don't want to miss on Saturday night, October the 4th at Belclair Fairgrounds. And you'll see all the other great SICW stars in action. I'm talking about the big Texan, the Canadian hero Sean Vincent, the popular Jason Breed, and Joey Vanetti, people like that you're going to see out there, Billy McNeil. They'll all be right there as we return to the Belclair Fairgrounds. And then if that's not enough, we're going to be on the road, as you heard us talk about. We're going to be going to Fairmont City, Illinois on October the 1st. In Fairmont City, October the 11th. Got to keep these dates straight here for the police and fire department, their annual fundraiser that we do there. October the 18th, Breeze, Illinois. We're coming back to Breeze, Illinois. Our good friend Don up there and his wife and family put on a great show last year, and they've asked us back. October the 25th at the skating rink right there in the park. We'll be bringing Cowboy Bob Orton Jr. there to Troy, Illinois. Then we return back to Belleville, Illinois, the 1st of November. And then December the 6th, we wound right in the year in Swansea, Illinois. Right there at the fire department, a place that we've always enjoyed coming to. We haven't been there in a few years, but December the 6th, Swansea Fire Department. We will be right back there inside that fire department. In the meantime, the Medic, the reverse chin lock, working on Bobby D. This crowd was electrified. It always is in Sandoval, Illinois. The youth, their parents, their grandparents, they all always have a great time when SICW comes to their school. And speaking of that, if your school would like to have a fundraiser or your organization, you can reach out to us at 618-286-4848. That's 618-286-4848, or hit me up, or go to our new website at www.sicw.org. That's right, a new website. Check it out. Follow us. Check all of our platforms that we're on now. You wanted us on Instagram, we're there. You wanted us on YouTube, we're there. Facebook, we're there. Wherever you can reach us, you'll see us. And the medic, again, working on that outstretched arm of the champion, Bobby D. Like I said, Bill Henson had his hands really full in this match right here, up and down. These false finishes. I want to give a shout out to our photographer, Adam Hamlin, who was with us in Sandoval, and to Miss Destiny, who was filling in for Dr. Drew Ebenhouse. She was doing our ring announcing and our timekeeping. She did a fantastic job when we were out at Worldwide Technology Raceway, as well as here in Sandoval, going around meeting the fans, taking pictures with them, showing why SICW is the best in professional wrestling. We bring you that good family entertainment, and people like Miss Destiny and Adam Hamlin and the entire locker room, we're there for you, the fans. And we'll be there for you on Saturday night, October the 4th, back in Belleville, Illinois. I'm excited to see what they've all got done. I know they're still doing remodeling, but they said, hey, we've got a lot of calls from people wanting to know when SICW was coming back. So October the 4th, whoa, the medic with that reverse kick finds it Mark, and he goes for another cover, a 2 count, and the champion kicks out once again. Tell you what, I'm impressed with this medic. This individual is, he can wrestle, he can brawl, and he's mixing that all together, and that's what makes him so dangerous. Now a big right hand, another one. And he's got the champion staggering, but he misses that one. Now the champion goes behind him, takes him back down. Both men on the canvas, and the referee, Bill Henson, starts the count. Who can get to their feet by the count of 10? The referee continues that count. Both of them now to their feet. Medic charges in, and Bobby D is waiting for him. Now he picks him up. Atomic drop, basically. And that takes the medic down. Now Bobby D is on the attack. He whips him off the rope. Oh, there's that big power slam that he does so well. And now he senses victory. Now he is getting up. You can see the crowd standing. And Bobby D now starts to work on that leg. Is he going to set him up into that Bobby D sharpshooter? He's won a lot of matches with that signature move, and that's what he's doing. He's loosening up that leg, and now he wraps him up, and he's going to flip him over, and this should be it. Referee Bill Henson will be paying close attention. How much of this can the medic take? He's taking it now, but now he starts to tap, and Bill Henson, the referee, calls this one a clean victory for Bobby D, and that's why on Saturday, October the 4th, Bobby D will defend that title against none other than Strictly Business Brandon Beretta. Fans, we're going to take one more commercial break, and then when we come back, we're going to show you a little classic match to round out this week's episode of All-Star Wrestling, and we'll see you back here next Sunday evening.
everybody, What Were They Thinking is proud to be a part of the show with Herb Simmons at SICW.
Show some enthusiasm, Joe. Put on a damn bow tie. We got Herb Simmons. We got the Kill Arena. We got St. Louis, where Mr. Brisco is in the Hall of Fame. What Were They Thinking? It's available on Backstage Pass. Sportskeeda's our buddies. We talk about the wildest, the craziest, the dumbest, the insane moments in wrestling history that I'm proud to be a part of because, Mr. Brisco, you're the one that hired me.
And I don't know what I was thinking when I did that, John.
That's not nice. Not nice at all. We love Herb Simmons. And Herb Simmons, you have been there forever. Mr. Brisco thinks you might be 1,000. I don't think you're a day over 900. We love St. Louis. What were they thinking, Backstage Pass?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sam Menaker. I'm at ringside. We're ready to get underway. And here to introduce the wrestlers, none other than Robert Beach.
Harry Black, the referee assigned, Johnny Shorn. This match, one fall, 10-minute time limit. Introducing from Hollywood, California, Ben Kagel at 221 pounds. And his opponent from Houston, Texas, at 229 pounds, Steve Regal.
Well, there's the bell, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Regal, one of the fastest men on the mat, in there against Ben Kagel, who is a very, very rough customer. Referee Johnny Shorn. In the referee's hold now, Steve forces him back to the ropes. And Steve is tripped by Kagel. Again against the ropes, and this time Steve trips Ben Kagel. And the fans just love it. Boy, they're eating this up. Over the hip. Oh, man. Again over the hip. That Steve can really move, and Kagel can move too, getting out of the ring. Getting away. Side headlock and arm lock. Oh, man. Can this Steve really move? I mean, he's fast. Both men moving around now. Nice go behind and full Nelson by Steve Regal. Kagel trying to work his way out of it. I don't know whether he can, but he is going to the ropes to gain an automatic break. Again, the side headlock by Steve Regal. Into the ropes. Oh, a beautiful body block. And another one by Regal. He jumps over Kagel. Over the hip, he crashes Kagel to the mat. Kagel claiming that Steve pulled his hair, which of course he did not. Boy, that Steve is out of that in a hurry. Now working on that arm, twisting the arm. Reversed by Kagel, reversed again by Steve. Steve with an armbar hold now. There's no doubt about it. Steve Regal is outclassing Kagel, but Kagel, of course, he's a rough man. A lot of fast exchanges here. Steve proving to be the faster of the two. The referee's hold now. And Kagel working on the eyes of Regal. Now with a side headlock. Oh, beautiful move by Regal. He picked him up. A knee drop. A jackknife.
That's going to hurt.
Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the very popular Steve Regal. Steve.
How you doing, son?
Steve, we know that you're a world traveler. You travel around the nation. And it's always a pleasure when we can see you on All-Star Championship Wrestling on TV. And, you know, from time to time we have wrestlers sit with us and comment on the matches. And I wonder, following this break and interview, if you sit with us and talk a little bit.
Well, as you know, Sam, I consider this my home. It would be a pleasure to sit here and commentate on the matches because I heard what Christie did on these other matches, and I know I can do a much better job than that guy.
Thank you very much. Okay, fans.
The referee assigned, Bob Winko. This match, one fall, 10-minute time limit. Introducing from Hickory Hills, Illinois, at 222 pounds, Paul Christie, the Golden Boy. And he is seconded by Miss Bunny Love. His opponent from Dillon, South Carolina, at 270 pounds, Rufus R. Jones.
Well, there's the bell, and we're underway. And I'm very happy to tell all you fans that seated with me, sitting right alongside of me, is the very popular Steve Regal, a great gentleman, a great wrestler, and a great student of wrestling. And we're going to ask Steve to make a few comments. Right now, right at the very outset of this match, Rufus Jones went to town on Christie.
Well, you know something, Sam? He's got that lady manager. I don't know why, but every time he seems to get in a little bit of trouble, he's got to jump out of the ring, and I don't know why the guy does that, because actually he's not too bad a basic wrestler. I don't know what his problem is.
Well, Steve, as you've pointed out a number of times, and many of the wrestlers talk about, sometimes when a man backs away, it's not fear, it's just a form of defensive strategy. Some fellows back up against the ropes, and maybe someone that doesn't have the ring generalship will run into him and get kicked in the mouth.
Well, that's absolutely right, Sam, but I think on this part, Christie is a little bit scared, and I don't blame him because Rufus R. Jones is nobody to fool around with.
He's one of the best. Incidentally, in that previous match, you saw a terrific win by Steve Regal, and that hold is one where he went from a side headlock to a backbreaker.
Right, that's called a reverse backbreaker, Sam, and it is very effective and devastating, and if you can get it on somebody, that's usually the end of the match.
I've been watching wrestling for a number of years, as young as I am, but that's the first time I've seen that, Steve, and
thank you
you did it very well.
Thank you.
Right now, both men moving around. Rufus has that characteristic move where he shakes his arms. He does a wiggle, and there's Paul Christie. He's backing away, and I believe, Steve, you're right. I think he has a lot of respect, maybe a little bit of fear.
I definitely think that is fear, Sam.
You know, maybe you can explain this. At one time, Paul Christie was a very clean, scientific wrestler. He was a partner of Spike Huber. He was real good, and then suddenly he just changed. He turned on Spike Huber. Is it a change of personality or what? What do you think?
Well, I don't really know, because Christie used to be a friend of mine also, Sam, and why he changed his heart, I don't know. Of course, you know, money does strange things. Maybe he thinks wrestling this way is going to make him some more money. I don't know. I can't analyze him, man, but he's in trouble right now with this Rufus R. Jones, that's for sure.
Man, look at this Rufus R. Jones go to town. And Christie went right outside the ring. In a recent match that they had, not only did Christie step out of the ring, he walked right back to the dressing room. Now, at times when he goes out there, Bunny Love hands some object of some kind to Paul Christie. I saw him whispering to Bunny Love, so we'll have to keep our eyes on her also. Right now, it's Rufus R. Jones. He's twisting the fingers and wrists of Paul Christie. But Christie is trying to get up, and I think he may. He's in trouble, there's no doubt about it. Of course, Rufus R. Jones is very popular, as you could tell by the ovation he received when he entered the ring. There's a kick to the midsection by Rufus R. Jones. And Christie backing toward that corner. And there he goes into the corner. That'll be an automatic break. Now we have to watch Bunny on this one. I saw her reaching into her belt or something.
Well, I guess that's one advantage of having a manager, Sam. You could get away with things like that, but actually it's uncalled for, and if the referee sees it, of course, he should call it.
Christie cannot break this hold as Rufus bends back the fingers and wrists of Paul Christie, and Christie is troubled right now. Christie biting the wrist of Rufus R. Jones. Oh, there it is. I believe Bunny did hand something to Paul Christie. It appears to be a stick of some kind. The referee is distracted, talking to Bunny Love. I don't believe Rufus is aware of that. The crowd is screaming, trying to tell Rufus that Christie has some object of some kind. But in all this noise, I don't know whether Rufus can hear him. Oh, Christie. Rufus took that stick away from him. He drives it into the midsection of Paul Christie. Now he grinds it into the throat of Christie. And we certainly can't blame Rufus. Rufus certainly justified, wouldn't you say so?
Most definitely. I don't blame him at all. Christie's always trying tricks like this. Rufus outsmarted him on that one, grabbed the stick and used it on him before he had a chance to use it. I like that a lot.
Everyone likes it except Paul Christie, I'll tell you. There's Bunny Love saying something to Paul, rubbing his shoulders. Christie is getting back in the ring, but a little bit slowly.
You know, Sam, while we have a little break in action here, there goes Rufus again. You know, I know Rufus from all over the country, and this is a top star. I've been his partner many, many times all around the world, and this man has got a headbutt that will knock you out.
It certainly will. He's a top man. You're right. You know, fans here on All-Star Championship Wrestling, we're very proud of the fact that we have some of the world's greatest wrestlers, including Rufus Jones, Bobo Brazil, Some of them aren't so popular, but they're great, like Sheikh Ali Hassan, Abdullah, and Holly Race. Hey, Bunny Love is pulling the feet of Rufus Jones. She's holding him back, and Christie attacks Rufus. He's away now. Rufus is away now. There again. She's pulling on the ankles, pulling him back, keeping him off balance. Christie attacking him. Boy, the referee, I think, should disqualify Christie.
I don't think he's aware of what's going on there, Sam. He's trying to watch the action up above, and he's not really there he sees it. There he got it.
Christie is taken over now on Rufus R. Jones. Rufus R. Jones has quick recuperative powers, as most of the wrestlers have. Now, Bunny Love pulling on the trunks and the legs. Uh-oh, Christie attacks him. He's choking him. There's a 10-minute time limit on this match, and listen to the fans. Rufus, Rufus, Rufus. We are running out of time on the match. Rufus Jones, Rufus R. Jones. Whoa, there he goes with a big roundhouse punch. Another smash. He floors Christie. Now a double punch. There's the bell. The time limit has elapsed. Neither wrestler scored a fall, and the referee will call it a draw. Boy, I sure wish they had about 30 seconds more, Steve.
I think if they would have had 30 seconds more, it would have been all over for Mr. Paul Christie.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the match is over. It ends as a draw. We have some messages, some interviews. Then we'll be back with another match, so please stand by. Fans, we're joining this match in progress. Newcomer Vito Martino with the black beard and the black outfit in there against young Spike Huber. The referee is Connie Marker. Huber takes him down. Great arm drag. Martino outlays Huber. Goes to the outside. Spike Huber, one of the best young wrestlers in America today, has an overhand wrist lock on the rugged Martino. Martino pulled his hair, brought him to the mat. Again, Huber outmaneuvered Martino. Against the ropes now. Martino eye gouging Spike Huber. Again, he works on the eyes of Huber. Referee warning him. Now he's clubbing Huber with forearms. There he takes him over. The flying mare, reverse chin lock on Spike Huber. Huber moving around. He's out of it with a hammerlock. They're up against the ropes. Martino goes to the outside. Get away from the hold. A punch by Huber. Boy, look at this Spike go. Another punch right to the head by Spike Huber. He sends him into the ropes. Caught him with an elbow as he came off the ropes. Has him on the mat. Working on a side headlock. Shaking him up. punishing him with this powerfully applied side headlock. Again, throws him into the ropes. Big body block, he's got him covered. Again with the side headlock, holding him on the mat. Working on the side headlock, weakening Martino. And it's all over. A powerful headlock, and Martino has given up. The winner of the match is Spike Huber. And we'll be back with more action following these messages.